So I'm Eric Coleman, Assistant Chief, Daviess County Fire Department. Today we're off location of our normal training facilities because the guys are used to rigging in an industrial setting. Although our rigging is the same, our anchors are different. So this kind of gives them ideas and different options and different scenarios that we could run into, that we could face due to our mutual aid agreements with surrounding counties. So instead of using I-beams for anchors, we'll be using trees or large rocks, that sort of stuff. Negotiating the edges are a little bit different, and putting protection on the edges of rocks so our ropes don't get cut is a little bit different than we might face in industry. It creates different challenges and just a little bit of a different scenarios and different thought processes and problem solving.
Rescuers ready. We'll haul slow, slow.
So in the particular scenario that's going on right now behind me, one of our rescuers, so we had two victims. One was suspended off of a cliff. The scenario was he and his friend were out here messing around, and one of them fell, and the other one took his rope equipment to go check on him. So they got that person that went to check was suspended in the air due to a mechanical failure of his equipment. So we performed a pick off the first time to get him back up on the cliff, and our other rescuer gained access to the patient that had fallen. That paramedic started treating him on the ground, starting his medical assessment and starting IVs, that sort of stuff. Packaged that patient, moved him over to the litter to put into the same system that we used for the pickoff. That haul team will now raise the victim and the patient to the top. So typically, our department is training in industrial settings. Typically, we do not do wilderness type settings. However, due to our mutual aid agreements, it is important that we train in this kind of terrain as well, just to get comfortable with it, get comfortable with the different type of anchors, different techniques to negotiate the edge. So unfortunately, we have the potential to get called out to those type of accidents. That's why we're training here. Otherwise, we would never train if we didn't have people that had accidents in wilderness locations. So just be mindful if you're out. You can go up to the edge and look over, but that's just kind of silly to do that because there's such a potential for risk for danger. That's why they call them accidents. Nobody plans on it. Nobody thinks it's going to happen, but it does happen. Unfortunately, that's why we have to have the equipment we have.